Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Amy Cooper. Today I am feeling like doing a bold lip, winged eye, a little bit of smokiness, that classic look. Everyone loves wearing a bold red lip every once in a while. Winged eyeliner can be tricky, so I'm going to give you a couple of tips and tricks on how to do them in a really flawless, hopefully easy way for you. Grab yourself a coffee, homemade. Love that quarantine life. I'm just popping on a little bit of serum. I'm going to use a little bit of strobe cream. I'm going to be using the Lorèal Infallible foundation. This brush is becoming one of my favorites. It's a new one I picked up from Mecca. It's the Morphe M536. It's a perfect amount of dense but fluffy at the same time. So I find it puts the foundation on quite quickly but still blends it out so you're not left with any streaks. For concealer, I'm going in with Tarte's Shape Tape. And I'm just placing it just underneath the eyes and blending it with a beauty sponge. I'm going to do a little bit of cream contouring today. I'm going to be using the MAC Pro palette. This is their contour pack. So it comes with 4 different shades. And you're going to use just the top first one. So we're going to go from the top of the ear kind of down, straight line. I kind of stop the edge of the brow. And then we're just going to bounce the brush. I'm using something a little bit more dense to blend that out. And we kind of want to blend upwards, not downwards, because we want that to kind of area to be quite defined. And a little bit on the sides of the nose as well. Do a little bit on the jaw. And I kind of like to bring it up on the sides of the chin. And then make sure you kind of blend it down the neck. Don't want to look like we've got beards. A part of a perfect lip is making sure your lips are prepped. So I'm going to quickly put on a lip balm. I forgot to do that earlier. This is the Emco Beauty Lip Balm in Peach. Cool, so I'm going to go on to brows and eyes, and then I'm going to come back and finish off the skin once I'm done. So for brows, I'm using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Dipbrow Pomade. This one is in Taupe. Give them a comb so that they're nice and neat. I like to start in the middle of the brow underneath. We're going to do thin strokes. I'm adding a little bit more of an arch, so putting a bit more product up the top. I'm going to prime the eyes just using a bit of the concealer that we used before. And this will help the eyeshadows have something to stick to and to help them stay on a bit longer as well. I'm using the Stila palette in Soul for my eyeshadow, and I'm using the color Individual, which is like a warm brown. So this is a really beautiful color for like the crease area. Starting on the outer corner, I'm going to press and then move up into the crease. And then I'm going to kind of wing out the eyeshadow a little bit as well, kind of pulling up towards my temple and the edge of my brow. Cute fridge noise. We're going to take the same color underneath the eyes, as close to the lash line as possible. Why is my fridge so loud? Shush. Okay, so then we're going in with the darker color. It's called Being. I'm going in with a fluffy brush, but it's a little bit more defined. And then we're going to start on the outer corner, still on the lash line. And then we're going to make our way up into the crease. So we're kind of creating a V on the outer corner. I'm also going to blend a little bit as close to the lash line as possible along the lid. If you feel like you need to soften it, go in with a clean fluffy brush and you can soften those edges. With the same brush, I'm going to use the flat side in the color Vitality, which is a nice shimmery gold. I'm going to place that on the lid. I'm going to add that darker brown to the lower lash line as well. Now for the fun part, we're going to do the winged eyeliner. I'm going to use the same brush we did for the eyebrows, so I'm just wiping it down. To create my winged eyeliner today, I'm going to be using a gel liner. This is the MAC Cosmetics Blacktrack. I'm going to coat the brush evenly in the product. I like to start on my outer corner of my eye, and you can just kind of stamp the product on to start with. When creating an eyeliner, you don't want your eyes closed. You want them open and looking down into a mirror, or looking pretty much straight ahead. Now I have quite small eyes, so I like to keep my eyeliner quite thin on my lid. Make sure to take a breath every once in a while. And then I'm going to just place the brush on the angle that I want. Little bit by little bit. And I like to create the bottom of the winged eyeliner. And then I'm going to connect this with the lid. Now you might have a little bit of a gap in the middle of like your triangle, and then you just want to fill that in. Now you can kind of see I've made a little bit of an error, and that's fine. I'm going to leave that for now, and I'll come back and fix it in a sec. Looking at your other eye and making sure that they're even. This is the hardest part, making sure that they are even. When you're learning, you definitely don't want to do this when you're in a rush. It will make you mad and you won't want to go out. Not that you can right now anyway. And this is where the game starts of adding a little bit to every single eye, and then they just get thicker and thicker and thicker. We don't want to use makeup remover when taking off either eyeliner or mascara because it's too runny. If we use that, it's just going to literally spread black everywhere, and you're going to have a hot mess that you're going to deal with. So we want to use a cream. I just grab whatever primer I've got near me. You can also use eye creams, you could use your eye primer, basically anything that's clear that is a bit more creamy and dense. Grab a cotton tip. I'm using one that's pointed, and then we're just going to slowly wipe that off. All fixed. Now for lashes, I'm going to give them a quick curl. So I'm using half lashes for today. I'm using ModelRock's Demi Wispies, and I've just cut them in half. They're a lot easier to stick on that way, a lot more user friendly. It helps to lift the eyeliner and open up the eyes quite nicely. I like that. I'm using Duo's glue. This is the latex free one, so it dries quite quickly and it's really easy to apply. These feel so much more comfortable than full strip lashes. So I place the outside on first, and then the other corner, and then I grab my actual lashes and kind of press them together with tweezers. Final touches on the eyes. I'm using this light shimmer. It's called Kitten, on the inner corner of the eye. This is a nice way to add a bit of shimmer and open up the eye. And I'm doing a little bit on the brow bone as well. Now for a little bit of pop on the eyes, I'm using Bobbi Brown's Luxe eyeshadow. This is the color Heat Ray. It's a really beautiful like bronzy gold. Just grabbing a small amount of that and popping it right in the center of the eye. That just adds a little bit more of like a richer gold. I want my eyes to be a little bit more open and bright. So I'm using this Models Prefer eyeliner pencil and popping that in the waterline of the eye. So in doing this, it's opening up the eye. All right, back onto skin. I'm using MAC's Give Me Sun to bronze. Using a big fluffy brush. I'm going to basically go over where I cream contoured before. A little bit on the forehead. Edges of the nose. And a bit on the jaw. MAC's Hush Tone Blush. It just adds the most beautiful glow to the skin. My fave. And for highlighter, I want something a little bit more on the goldy side. So I'm using Beaming Blush by MAC. Great, now we're on to the lips. So my lip balm has been on my lips now for a good while. They're feeling really nice and hydrated and really soft. For prepping my lips, I'm gonna go in with MAC's Prep and Prime. This is a really great product to keep the lips really soft, hydrated, and fill in any texture. The lip product I'm going to use today is one of Jeffery Star's liquid lipsticks. This is in the color Redrum. Now you can use the applicator in the product. I find I don't get that much control with most of those, so I like to use a brush. I find the easiest way to start a red lip is to do the center first. And once you've done that, we can then start creating the shape. Keep it flat on the lip and work your way towards the center. If you get a better shape with a lip pencil, feel free to use one first. This is a liquid lipstick, so you don't have to use a pencil. Keeping the lip nice and tight makes it easier to apply. With the bottom lip, to make sure it's even, tilt your head up and look into the mirror, and then you can see what you need to do with the lip. And then the top lip, I like to start on the cupid's bow first. So kind of doing a crossword motion. And then I go from the outer corner and connect it up with that cross. And then to finalize it, I'm going to use a really fine brush, grab a little bit of powder, and then you go around the edges and fix up and define the lip using the powder. All right guys, there we have it. I think my lip is done. I don't want to play around with the look too much because everything's just gonna get like bigger and bigger and then hard to maintain. So it's also an art of like when to put the brushes down and just walk away and be happy with it. I would say this is perfect for any occasion that you need makeup, or if you just want to play around. It's a really good way to practice your skills. I hope you liked this video, guys. If you did, give me a thumbs up. Would love to hear from you in the comments below. Let me know what you want to see. You can also subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it, and I'll see you soon. Bye.